Alright, is it going? Man, technical difficulties abound. Technical difficulties. Technical. It's all rectical. No, wait, what? Antiseptical. I'm cleaning out my vocabulary with a delectable use of stalagmites and stalactites. Stand and fight for your right to cast a vote. It's the third night of the Democratic National Convention, or yeah, the Democratic Convention. And this is the night where Kamala Harris is going to give a speech. And my intuition tells me it's going to be Beyonce as the special guest. The special guest they have not announced. But what the one guest they should have announced is oh yeah, I'm gonna make a plot. I'm gonna make a farm plot. Let's start making a house, dude, before you get all too much into your fucking talk. Let me go grab that. Oh, and see the wood's over there. I'm just gonna make it out of wood. It's a farmhouse, so you know, wood for a farmhouse. But yeah. So what's this? So Beyonce is gonna be the special guest, which is cool if you like music. I don't know, like I didn't really, I haven't really listened to much music of late. Ever since the format like finished its transformation from physical media to digital, like in the transition I was like, it was leaking out, right? So it was so I could just listen to music like crazy, and it was awesome. I listened to music all the time, but I feel like lately it's gotten locked down. It's more locked into the subscription model, and like, so like my interest has waned. And you know, it's not great because artists got to get paid, you know. They got to eat. But I don't think streaming is the way it works for them. They don't get any money off of streaming. So I kind of want to go back to physical media. Like, I can see why people were into their vinyl. So, okay, I got some wood. I need more. This is not going to be enough. I mean, it might be if I grab some spruce. Just get it all, man. Take the whole thing. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna come over here and make a house. And then while I make this house, let's talk about the special guest for the DNC, for the Democratic National Committee. I mean, I know that, right? Beyonce. Beyonce is gonna be the special guest. But the special guest I want to see, the one I want to see the most, is the Palestinian American. I want to see a Palestinian American on stage giving a speech. I think a Palestinian American would be great. It would show that the Democratic Party is a big tent party. It's open to everybody. But I'm afraid that it's not going to happen. I'm afraid that it's going to be Beyonce. In fact, to fit in Beyonce, they have to kick out 3 other people who were already scheduled. Justin Pearson, 2 Justins, and well, 3 people, 3 legislators, 3 state legislators from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right here. From Tennessee. There's some legislators from Tennessee. And oh my god, it smells awful. Oh my god, my cats must have just used the litter box. It smells awful. Sorry. They have 3 people from Tennessee coming, and they're like, Tennessee is a deep red state, and it's corrupted by Republicans. I've been watching. I follow this newspaper called the Tennessee Hollerer. Tennessee Hollerer or Holler, one of those. But they're really good. They're really good. Hello, Fizzy. What's up? Cheers. Send all your friends to me, and I will dig it. But yeah, so those 3 are from Tennessee, deep red state. But they're Democrats, and even though they get like smacked down all the time by the Republican power structure, they're still trying to make something happen in Tennessee, which is great, right? It's great. Because America's purple. It's not red and blue, it's purple. Okay. So red and blue, red and blue. It's purple, damn it. So they're like that's where I got my idea. Like where I got my proof, not my idea, but my proof that the Confederates have their own conception of a country that's separate from the United States. The Tennessee Hollerer obtained audio of a Republican meeting that the Tennessee Republicans were having, a state meeting, the Tennessee Republicans, and somebody recorded them. And when you listen to their recording, they keep referencing like our country, our people, our values. And it took me a while to understand that he's not talking about Americans. When he says our, he's not talking about USA. He's talking about white people. The Confederacy, the lost cause. That's what he's talking about. What they're all talking about. They're united in it, in fact. That's like their shared vision. And when I heard that, and that came from the Tennessee Hollerer, that's how I heard about it. So like, pretty amazing. So they, like, that's how I know about like what's going on in Tennessee. But yeah, these 3 lawmakers, these Tennessee lawmakers, are trying to do some good in that state, and you can watch as they get constantly attacked by the Republicans. Not just attacked, but like unlawfully like restricted from being a representative for the constituents. In fact, the reason why they're called the Tennessee 3 is because I don't know if all of them or just one of them. I think all 3 of them were expelled. The Republicans expelled these 3 Democrats from the legislature because they not even joined I mean, they were part of it, but they were the focus. They were like the voice, not the voice, but they were, I don't know, they were the representatives who wanted to enact gun reform in Tennessee after a bunch of kids got murdered by someone with a gun. And rather than address the gun violence in Tennessee, the Republicans kicked out the legislators and then passed a law protecting the gun manufacturers. Like the exact opposite of doing something to protect the kids. Like and then what happened was there was a special election, and guess who won? All 3 of the representatives that the Republicans had kicked out They were all returned back to their seat by the constituents. They were representing their people. And the reason why they were kicked out was bullshit. So anyways, those three were going to speak, and they were going to talk about how even in the red states, there are people who are working to bring democracy to the United States. And that the Republicans like are dastardly in their attempts to maintain power. They don't follow the rules. In other words, Republicans will like cheat and lie in order to hold on to power. Like the Speaker of the House doesn't even live in the district where he where he like won his election. He doesn't even live there. But yet he's the Speaker of the House, and he's like part of that and yeah, he's not from the district he represents. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a huge house. This is like massive. This is like multi-farmer house. Multi-farmer. Yeah, this is a giant house. That's alright. I'll deal with it. So those people, those legislators, are not gonna be speaking tonight. They got kicked out of the way for Beyonce. But also, Palestinian Americans were denied a speaking slot. They gave one. The Democrats gave one to Israelis. I don't know if they were Americans or Israelis. I gotta check that out. Let me check it out because it makes a difference, right? So let me check it out real quick. I'm gonna go do a search here. The mother and father. So there must be an American mother and father of an American Israeli hostage. Okay, so they ought to. The Democrats gave a speaking spot to the parents of a hostage from Hamas. So the Democrats ought to give a speaking spot to the mother and father of a Palestinian who's either being held hostage by Israel or has been killed by Israel during Israel's genocide of the Palestinian people. That's what the Democrats should do. That's what they should do, but they're not gonna. They're gonna give a spot to the Israelis, the parents of the Israeli, but they're not gonna give a spot to the parents of the Palestinians. They're both Americans, right? That you got to understand. They're both Americans. It's an Israeli American and it's a Palestinian American. I mean, I don't know. How can you be an Israeli American? Israeli is not a ethnicity, dude. Israel's a state. So like, let me read that. Okay, so I'm looking at a CNN article. It says hostage parents to DNC. There's a surplus of agony in all sides in the Middle East. The mother and father of American Israeli hostage. So are they dual citizens? Is that what the deal is? American Israeli hostage is like dual citizen. So a dual citizen and then but then I don't know. You can't be you can be a Palestinian American, but Palestine is not like doesn't have a country. So is it an ethnicity? Palestinian? The identity, man. Look at me stuck in identity politics. But yeah. Anyways. Democrats are going to let the Israelis tell their side, but they're not going to let the Palestinians tell their side. That's the problem. And Joe Biden declared himself on the Israeli side. Like, well, not even the Israeli side. He called himself a Zionist. Joe Biden said he's a Zionist. So, like, and what is Zionism? Zionism is a ideology of settler colonialism. So, hearing that the president of the United States is wholly invested in settler colonialism is probably like the worst thing that can be said, like that you can say, right? You're gonna alienate all the Palestinian Americans. I mean, that's what's happening. Like, I like the Democrats, right? I like the Democratic Party. It's pretty cool. I would like them to defeat Donald Trump, but the best way they're going to defeat Donald Trump is by having a big tent party, where everyone's welcomed. That's how you do it. Whereas the Republicans are exclusive, the Democrats are supposed to be inclusive. So, by Democrats excluding Palestinian Americans, that's going to hurt them real bad. And that's what killed Joe Biden's presidency. Because Joe Biden can talk all the sunshine he wants. He can blow that sunshine up your ass all he wants, right? But when it comes down to it, do the Americans really believe their own rhetoric? And when you look at Palestine, it's like, nope, not under Joe Biden they don't. They talk a bunch of shit, but they don't actually mean it. They talk about human rights, but the Americans don't actually mean it. And the way I know this is by looking at how they treat Palestinians. So, Democrats had a chance. Democrats had a chance to break out of that. And to break out of that past. They could have left it behind with Joe Biden. Kamala Harris and the Democrats could have left behind the anti-Palestinian bias with Joe Biden. They could have did it. But the way it's looking is that it looks like they're going to continue the bias. How do I know? Because they let Israeli family speak, but they wouldn't let a Palestinian family speak. That's how I know. And that's only going to hurt them. Because it hurt Joe Biden. It hurt him pretty badly. Like, maybe Kamala Harris is hoping that her youth and vigor will be enough to overcome the deficit. But I think it's pretty bad calculus. It's pretty bad. I mean, they were gonna vet the speech and everything with the DNC to make sure the speech was okay. They were gonna do all that, but they were denied. Oh, not a good look, Democrats. Not a good look. I mean, that was the whole. That was like the majority of the problem the first time. I mean, sure, Biden's age was a problem, but he was losing credibility. He was bleeding credibility with Gaza. And the way he called the anti-genocide protesters, the way he called them anti-Semitic was like fucking, like he was repeating like Israeli propaganda. It was weird. He equated criticism with Israel, criticism against Israel, as criticism against Jews. Who wants to do that? Who wants to make that kind of conflation? The Zionists. Oh, that's right. Joe Biden's a Zionist. So he was misusing the word to falsely label, to bear false witness against his fellow human. And what did that do? What was the result of that? That allowed for the more radical, Joe Biden gave cover to the more militant wings of Zionism. Joe Biden's remarks gave cover to them. What did that cover buy them? Let me show you. It bought them this. It got basically the Proud Boys showed up for Joe Biden. So yeah, Joe Biden gave room for these Nazis to show up and attack the Palestine protest group. He gave them cover. Joe Biden's mislabeling of the protests gave cover to Nazis. I mean, they're fascists. They're a bunch of thugs. But his misuse of the word, his mislabeling of what was happening, gave cover to violent fucking factions of Zionism. It's the same thing like how Israel, the state of Israel, gives cover to the settlers to go into the West Bank and just squat on somebody's land and cause problems with the person who lives there. And if the people who live there try to fight back, the Israeli Defense Force protects the settlers. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that Joe Biden did. Joe Biden did the same thing. So the Democrats had a chance to break away from that fucked upness, that inconsistency in the American expression. Because that's what it is. It's an inconsistency in the American expression. We're supposed to be for human rights. And Israel, the state, is against human rights. So therefore, the United States ought not to be facilitating Israel's genocide of the Palestinian people. But yet it is. So that reduces U.S. credibility. So you had a chance of breaking away with that inconsistency with the Harris administration. But the way it's being signaled with the inclusion of Israelis, but the exclusion of Palestinians, that looks pretty bad, Democrats. That looks fucked up. Like, the issue isn't going away. Even if Harris wins, the issue isn't going away. It's a built-in contradiction that you have to address, which is particularly, like, salient, I would think, since Harris identifies as Indian. India was colonized by England, and England was brutal, dude. England fucked up India and caused a famine where like millions of Indians died. So Harris ought to know all about what it's like to be colonized. Right? Do you see what's the issue coming up? Like, it's not gonna go away, dudes. As an Indian American, colonization is like absolutely paramount in her mind. I mean, that's her history, right? Her recent history. What happened to India? They got colonized by England, and they had to stage a revolution in order to drive England out of India and to regain their independence. Remember Gandhi? Gandhi was the one, the leader, who helped to organize the resistance to the colonizer England and to drive them out. Dude, that wasn't that long ago. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. And so what's happening now in Palestine isn't far removed from what happened in India. And Harris is an Indian. She's Indian American. Yeah, she's Black American, but she's also Indian American. So I got kicked off of Facebook groups for a day because I posted a video of the violence that Israel perpetrates against the Palestinian people. And I don't know if my account will get flagged if I post that image. They probably don't want me posting gore. So I can maybe post a picture of it. But check out this picture. Understand what that is. That kid, that father, I have a video. This is a still of a video. That father is carrying his child. His child has his brains blown out. His head's broken open. And inside is empty. Because all the brains fucking fell out. And this is this guy's kid. Israel murdered this little kid. And they're doing it every fucking day. They've been doing it every day since October, almost a year. Fucking murdering kids with US bombs and US intelligence. So this is pretty like relevant. that video was like from 3 days ago. So it's pretty relevant, the voice of Palestinian Americans. And the Democrats are fucking snuffing them in favor of the Israeli Americans. The Israelis who are doing the violence, who are doing the colonization, who are doing the evil shit. Now, I'm not saying Hamas is great. I'm not even going to have an opinion on Hamas because I don't know much about them. They don't do near the damage that Israel does. That's what I know. I don't have to know much about them to look and see that, oh yeah, I don't think Hamas has done nearly as much fucking murder as Israel's done. So if I had to make a guess, as an outsider, it'd be like, yeah, it looks like Israel's the problem. So yeah, Democrats, you better think about it. What log did I use? I used this log. It's log, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Everyone loves a log. You're gonna love a log. I want the Democrats to win this election. I think it's a huge mistake the Democrats are making by not breaking with Biden's Israel policy. Yeah, it's a interesting Zionist trick. I found it on, like, I've just been noticing on the internet. First, they'll try to claim that there's no such thing as Palestine. So I play a clip from the 1960s of President Truman talking about Palestine. The map behind him is of Palestine. It's of the Middle East, and it shows Palestine clearly on there. Clearly on there, there's Palestine. And this is from the 60s. And then President Truman was the president back in 1948 when Israel was created. And he talks about how the Zionists wanted all of it. They wanted all of Palestine. And he says the words, the Zionists wanted all of Palestine. He even says Palestine. So I know the Zionists try to deny that Palestine ever existed, but I have proof. So that's the first thing they do. Then the second thing they do is they try to say that, oh, you're that you're anti-Semitic. That you're anti-Semitic for criticizing Israel. And then I show like an image of Jews criticizing Israel and say, are the Jews anti-Semitic too? Then they'll say that I'm pro-Hamas. So I'll play a video of a Holocaust survivor standing with the pro-Palestine movement. And then I ask, is this Holocaust survivor also pro-Hamas? And then after that they resort to calling me a liar when the video's right there. Then they say, oh yeah, Jews weren't allowed to even go onto the campus during the university protests. And then I show a picture of a woman who labels herself with a big fat Jewish star on her and writes the word Jewish, and she walks, or Jew, and she walks into the middle of the pro-Palestine protests, and nothing happens to her. Nothing happens. Nobody cares, dude. So like I have video evidence of everything, and yeah, then they just call me a liar, which is crazy. Because if you just look with your own eyes, like, I'm not even saying it. It's all these other people saying it. It's not me. You can disbelieve me all you want, but do you believe your own eyes and ears? Do you think your eyes and ears are lying to you? Yeah, man, it's going to be a major issue for the Democrats and for the future. Because who's going to believe us when we talk about human rights? How can we champion human rights when we so easily disregard them for the Palestinian people? You got to have consistency. Can't put that there. Can't do it. What do you mean? Oh, it has to be one of these. Okay. So complicated. There we go. Yeah, it's not going away. It's an issue they have to deal with. And the way that they treated the Palestinian Americans tonight is not a good sign. It's a pretty bad sign, in fact. Meanwhile, Ukraine kicking ass. They're taking losses on the Eastern Front. Kharkiv. And I read a report saying that, oh, it's because of the poor quality of the soldiers. And I don't know if that's true or not. Or if that's just propaganda. I don't know. It's a big house. Is this a double door or? Yeah. Let's get a torch over here or something. Maybe not. It's not going away. I can show you these videos. Huh. So you know I am not making it up. So you know what I say is true. Oops. I need 3 doors. So you know what I say is true. I am not lying to you. No, just 3. Thank you. Just 3, thank you. Okay. Threw down a bunch more beds. I can't even put a 4th bed here. This is a huge house. This will be the farmer's house. I'll just make all farmers live there. Yay! That's the solution. That's the ticket. All the farmers live here. Like, it's not a compliment. That's why they do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? That's probably. Well, I can fit a couple more right here. Okay, 6-person house. Ooh, this is a huge house. I'm probably making the houses too big. I should make them smaller. Okay. I've been streaming for 40 minutes. I made a house in 40 minutes. Not bad. What I should do is actually make a square or something. I can make like tiny houses too, you know. Like I don't have to make giant like a. I think this is I think I made it too big. Like I'm not even gonna make it to that side. Like how many more villagers do I need even? Well, this side I was gonna make. These guys were gonna be farmers, so I gotta make farm plots. No room. I'll take some dirt and trade you. I'll take your dirt. So yeah, Republicans have nothing, dude. They were trying to attack Tim Wall's son. And it was like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They're a bunch of like, they're terrible. They're terrible people. It just shows you that they're Nazis. Republicans are Nazis. Hate to say it, man. If you're a Republican, not like I'm trying to like say you're a Nazi, but you're calling yourself a Nazi by being with the Republican Party. That's kind of how it is. You may not be a Nazi, but the Republican Party is. Then I have to ask, what are you doing in the Republican Party if you're not a Nazi? Yeah, it's pretty harsh, man. Like, but it's serious too, right? The Republicans tried to overthrow the country. And they're gonna do it again. They're gonna try again in 2024. So yeah, I'm pretty harsh. Yes, I'm harsh. On purpose. Yes. It's not an accident. It's no mistake. They got nothing. They got nothing. It's almost like they fell into a trap. It was like a game of chicken. Like, whose 80-year-old are they gonna go with? who's gonna like have the audacity to run an 80-year-old man for presidency? And the Republicans committed to it. And the Democrats are like, nah, we're not gonna do it. So now the Republicans are stuck with Donald Trump. He fucking owns their party. He owns their party the way that Elon Musk owned Twitter. He just bought it. Okay, maybe not the same way, but you know. Maybe not. Yeah, that's not so good because Elon Musk paid actual money. In fact, it came out who were the people who invested. It was a bunch of Saudis, and who else? P. Diddy, for some reason, invested. Oh, and Jack Dorsey, the guy who was one of the original founders of of Twitter. He invested in it. Yeah, Dorsey's like a chump. Alright, there we go. Nice house. Now I just gotta make like water bucket. Oh, I guess I need a hoe. I need a hoe. Right there. Then a bucket. Okay, let's make this farm. Make this farm happen. This whole thing's gonna be a farm. Well, here, not this whole thing. Or maybe, oh yeah, these guys aren't next to the water, so ha ha ha, one. Yeah. Now I just need crops. And other stuff. Hey, this land can be used. I can make another house right here, another tiny building. Maybe not so big. That one's kind of huge. I mean, how much do I want to decorate this place? Not a whole lot. I mean, I could. It doesn't. It just takes time. A whole lot of precious time. Gonna take patience and time to do it, 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 to do it right now. I got my mind set on you. I got my mind set on you. Okay, there's one. Another plot of land. Maybe we can just do it right next to it. I got my mind set on you. Yo, my mom asked me if I wanted to take a family trip to Disneyland. And I'm like, man, Disneyland. That's like pretty far away from me now. I don't live close to Disneyland anymore. I used to, but not anymore. I live pretty far. And I'm kind of old, right? I don't have kids. And I don't have a girlfriend. So, like, it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell, man. To get me to one, it'll cost a lot of money to go to Disneyland. And why? What was the reason? For my brother. Because my brother wants to go to Disneyland. He's like 45. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's a lot of money to go to Disneyland. By myself. I mean, like, already I'm going on a cruise by myself. Like, not... I mean, I'll be going, not by myself, but with my mom and brother. So it's like... Already, like, we were planning on doing something like that. You want to go to Disneyland too? Uh, It's just hard because I moved away. That's the problem. Like, oh, I fell in. Hey, that like never happens. I didn't know you can get in these things. Like, how do I fall in again? I can't do it again. Oh, I did. I just did it. Okay. Hey, nice. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. Disneyland. Why are these not even? Oh, because I put the water in the wrong spot. Okay. That's two. Two plots. Maybe that's enough. 4 farmers. 2 plots, 4 farmers. Okay. It's... yeah. It'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Should I go to Disneyland? I don't really want to, man. It's expensive. It's expensive to go there, and it's expensive to get there. And like, I've been there a bunch of times already. It's not like it'd be a new thing for me. Like, sure, they made new attractions and stuff, but it's still Disneyland. Like, I've already been there, dudes. And it's been a really long time. Just did it again. It's been a long time, my dudes. That's enough. Did I do this wrong again? Oh yeah, I just didn't do this one because it'd be against the wall. I mean, I should do it anyways. Against the wall! 1, 2, 3. That's fine, that's fine. Ooh, getting it the light just right. Getting the light just right. Little dark area here. That's cool. That's cool, man. There's a cat that lives here now. Pretty nice. So it's ready. Ready for the next batch of people to come in. Why are you like this? Why don't you hydrate? You should hydrate. Anyways, alright. There. So I made the second part. A house and a bunch of jobs. If I had a minecart, I could go up there. I can make a minecart. Alright. Now watch this drive. Fucking George W. Bush. Fuck him. Fuck you, George W. Bush. Fuck you. Whee! Oh, I never made it. Damn it. I imagined it, but I never did it. Maybe I can just do it now. Do it now. Alright. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train jumps off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Yo, who's a black sheep? What's a black sheep? And I don't know the rest of the words. So, yeah, okay. So I'll meep. Meep, meep, meep. Let the sunshine in. I'm telling you, if the Dems want to defeat Donald Trump, well, if they want to maintain the integrity of the United States, that's an issue they have to deal with. Palestine. Palestine is not going away. Two gates. One of these guys. And then, yeah, some of that. Okay. And then what else? Well, that's it. It's easy. It's easy. Watch. It's easy. Watch and learn. Watch and learn. Perfect. Haha, perfect. So the issue is we want to go over there, but we can't because of this. So we change it. We can change it. I want to turn right here. 2. Oh yes. Ha ha ha. I wonder. I hope the person, you don't get stuck. I might want to go up a couple. That way, yeah. Just to have some buffer. Just for some buffer. Can I have some buffer, please? Waka waka. Ooh. Easy peasy. What'd I tell you? So easy. So easy. Like, like. Do, 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 do. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's what I forgot, is a solid block. Something. To power this. I need something to power this. What do you got going on? What do you got going on? Oops. Alright. That's not enough to get you up that hill, though. Oh, not quite. Same problem, dude. You need the redstone. The redstone you do not have. I mean, I do have it. It's just in my base, and I don't have it out here. What else is going on? Donald Trump. I think there's reports that Donald Trump was talking with Bibi Netanyahu and telling him not to make a deal with Biden. So remember what I told you about the Iran-Contra affair? Not the Iran-Contra affair. Oh yeah. Well, I guess part of it, right, is Iran-Contra affair. So what happened was Jimmy Carter was running for re-election, and he might have won, but Reagan had a secret back channel to the Iranian government and told the Iranian government, don't make a deal with Jimmy Carter, wait until after the election, and then the Reagan administration will give you a better deal. So that's what the Iranians did. They didn't release the hostages, and Jimmy Carter lost re-election, and then after that, then they per their agreement, they released the hostages. So it sounds like Donald Trump is doing the same thing. Uh, it sounds like Donald Trump is doing the same thing. Ooh, shiny block. He is contacting the Iranian government and telling them not to make a deal. Or not the Iranian government, the Israeli government. He's telling them don't make a deal with Hamas to release the hostages because it will help the Democrats. So he's doing the same thing as what they did to Jimmy Carter. They're doing the same thing. Man, Trump is evil. Republicans are terrible. I go on Facebook and like there's just a shit ton of people like spreading misinformation all the time. Like just non-stop waves of misinformation. And no amount of talking to them was going to change their mind. Like it's incredible. Like you can't defeat it. It's like a cult. It's like baked in or something. I don't know. Hey, it worked. It works. It works. It works. It works. Okay. Alright, let me try from another direction. Because yeah, it works from that one, but what about the other direction? Okay, does it still work from this direction? Yes, it does. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. I hit my head on it every time. I don't know if that can be fixed. I wonder if I replace the edge with like a slab or something, if I can avoid hitting the head. Let's see, what kind of slab do I have? 2 of these guys. Let's try them. Okay. Come out here. How about here? Okay, so I hit my head on that every time. I wonder if I can replace it with a slab. If I won't hit my head now. Let me try from here. I still kind of hit my head. It doesn't really make a difference. Doesn't really make a difference. Wee, falling down. I wonder if it's gonna make any difference when they change the cart mechanics. In the newest snapshot, they've been changing the cart mechanics to be half physics and to go faster than what they normally do. So it looks pretty exciting. I would love if they put in like extra speed rails or something to go faster than the normal like 8 speed. Right now you can do it, but only in the preview version and only with a command. Just gonna do this real quick. It's not gonna make a difference, but anyways. Oh yeah, it's smoother, a little bit smoother. I don't hit my head, so Destiny. Okay. Da. You know what? I think that'll do it for me. I mean, I gotta wait until I find more dudes. And you know what? After that point, with farmers, the farmers will start feeding the people, and then they'll grow babies naturally. So I won't have to rescue them anymore. But that's gonna take time, because I gotta sit here and like look at them all come down. Like, come on down, little guys, come on down. And then once it comes down, it comes into my conversion chamber. Conversion! We're gonna convert you into my little chamber. Hey, this is a pretty swank little rail line, dude. I think it's nice. I need a rail line. I do have one. It's just down there. It's inconvenient, but it's there. Oh, I need one coming back from this one. Or not coming back, but no, I think I did it, dude. This is it. Any more, guys? Come on. I don't know how I flipped that, but... Well, eventually, there will be a zombie villager, and then I will convert him. This thing makes so much gunpowder, though. It's absurd. There they come. Still not very fast, but that's okay. Alright. Well, here, let's try this trip again. Take a little trip with me. All my friends have a low rider. Low rider. Ride a little lower. Higher? What? I don't know. Take a little trip with me. Alright, well there, nice. Nice and easy to get to. It's kind of funky. I really like this distant horizons. I say it every time, but man, it looks so good. I can see so far away. Yeah, it's all about distant horizons. Oh, see, there's a zombie, dude. There was a zombie here, and homie killed the zombie. Where'd the zombie come from? Probably right here. It's like dark. No zombies. Now it's raining. Well, okay then. We're lost in the fog. Take a little trip. Take a little trip with me. Funky, but alright, it works. Haha. Ooh, third person. Ooh, I like it because I can... the glass is great. The glass floor, I can like... Alright, well I don't want to wait and look at this. I said what I wanted to say. What did I say? I said the Democrats have to let the Palestinian Americans have a say, have their voice heard. It wouldn't be an issue had the Democrats not already given a platform to the Israelis. If they just not done the Israelis, then it would make sense to also not do the Palestinians. But you did one, so you have to do the other. And if you don't, then all you're doing is recreating the contradiction at the heart of the Biden administration. And that contradiction is not going to go away. It's not going away. It'll be there forever until you deal with it. But signs are bad if you're giving a platform to the Israelis but not the Palestinians. That's not a good sign. Come on guys, I need a farmer. Come on down. Scary. Halloween's coming up. That's like the next big holiday, right? We got Labor Day, of course. But then Halloween. Here comes Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. I'm all about that. Of course, lately I have not been getting dressed up. I haven't gone to Halloween parties, nothing. Man, what's wrong with, like, what am I doing? I gotta get into the holiday spirit. I guess the older you get, maybe not for everyone, because I'm sure there are people who are older and they're totally into it, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm older. I don't really, like, get into holidays as much. But maybe. Yeah, Dems have got to deal with the Palestinian situation. Like, clearly it's not going away, right? Like, I saw this video of a little kid with his head fucking blown off. Like, I'm not gonna forget that. How did that kid's head get blown off? It's from an American bomb dropped by an Israeli. It's not getting better. You gotta deal with it. Yeah, I mean, because I like the Democrats, right? They're way better than the Republicans right now. Republicans right now are fascists. They're literally trying to overthrow democracy. So, of course, Oh, that's the way out. See, it sounds like, well, we're stuck, right? We're stuck. If it's not the Republicans, then it has to be the Democrats, and that's where the American system is like insufficient. It is no longer sufficient in the United States to have only two parties. It's not sufficient. It won't work. You need to have a second party. Or you need to have another party. And the way you get other parties is through instant runoff voting. Or not, ranked choice voting. I mean, it's the same thing. Instant runoff, ranked choice, it's the same thing. But if you get ranked choice voting, it opens up the possibility for extra parties. So that there can be a party that is a pro-Palestinian party. It can adopt all the same platforms as the Democrats, except have a pro-Palestinian foreign policy instead of an Israeli foreign policy. And you could have it. It can happen. That way you can vote for. Yeah, you can have a more diverse vote. The power of the voter becomes stronger. It would be great. Anyways, all right. Hey, I'm tired. And I'm just doing the same thing now. Like, this is boring. Just watching guys come down. So, if it came from Minecraft, sorry. Nah. But, all right. Until the next time. Peace. Pogo Kiddo out. Stop.